Good morning, everyone. It's really amazing when I sit there and I hear Chris say 6 years, and I'll be going in on 7 when I step out of here. It seems like yesterday. But and I guess when you think about the state of Ohio and superintendents, the average superintendent lasts less than 3 years in a district. So I think I've doubled that, and longevity's good. I am so proud of what we've accomplished, and I've always said, if you remember, actually one of the first places that I spoke was Rotary. And I came here and was asked to just give an update and what am I looking at in exchange. And, think back to those times, those were the rough times for the district. I knew something was going on when Chris and Gwen interviewed me in New Albany. And then things got better from that point. But I told you then, 6 years ago, that the district was already in great shape. And that when all that was going on, nobody quit working for these kids. And it was unbelievable when you look at the track record of leadership and the staff in the district and all of the wonderful things they've done. And Sharon's been a part of that, as many other superintendents prior to me. But it's a great job for Todd to walk into, because it's an incredible team. It's a supportive Board of Education that lets you do your job. And I hear stories from other superintendents. They're not all like that. So we are damn lucky to have the school board we have, the partnership community-wise, and the support that this club and others gives to our school district is just puts other districts in awe. So like Chris said, we just all have a few slides, and then we want to open it up if you do have questions. I wanted to clarify something, because a lot of people have asked me. I was at the State of the City last night and said, "You're still here?" Or "You're..." Yeah, I don't. Todd will be the superintendent on August 1st, so we got a few things to do to close up. I got some kids to graduate, and again, when I think about the pluses of Dublin, I will now have my third child that will graduate from a Dublin high school. And how awesome is that? Because I've got 2 more here. We're staying in Dublin. We're not going anywhere. My job is right over here, 10 minutes away. So as soon as the kids heard that, we were good. They really didn't care what I was doing. So briefly, we could have had 100 slides on our productivity and achievement. But you should feel good. 9 years in a row now with the rating system that was before us. Once again, excellent with distinction. One of just a few districts that have now done that every single year that it's been able to be achieved. And what does excellent with distinction mean? There's a combination of all those tests and assessments that our kids do. But then it's also graduation rate. It's also attendance. It's all those things that also make a school district in regards to it. But the distinction is probably the key piece to note, because excellent districts, all that means is the kids have done very well. And I can tell you, when I was at Chagrin Falls, a very homogeneous group, a very small group, they are always going to be top-notch, because you get kids from good, solid backgrounds, 2 parents, and all of that. And here, the diversity in Dublin is very different. And you got to work a little harder in regards to that, and many of you are aware. The distinction means not just that the kids achieve, but that you will show a year's growth or close to that every single year with just about every kid. So it's growth of a student, regardless of where they come in. If they're on the low end or they're already above the bar, we have been able, thanks to our staff, to move them to the next notch. The rating. If you want to go to the next slide there, Doug, but the rating card, just so you know, the report card will be changing, and it'll be a little simpler for all of you to read, but basically it's going to be an A, B, C, D, F. And so, for example, an excellent with distinction would be an A, and so on. If you, just a few things, we tried to pluck the best that we're proud of, because there's so many, and we could go on and on with the kids volunteering and everything else. But think about this, the average ACT, if you go to a Dublin school, is 25. Now just think about that. It's because of what we're able to do from kindergarten on up. Our kids are able to go to the colleges they want, and believe me, admissions, and I know from having my own children that apply to go to multiple schools in and out of Ohio, these 2 scores, the ACT and the SAT, when you look at, we are tops in districts that are similar to us or any of the big or the larger districts. And you know, if you think about, we're right in that 11th, 12th now ranked as far as size in the entire state of Ohio. And just about the only ones, other than I think Olentangy, in Southwestern, you've got the urban, you know, the Clevelands, the Columbus, the Cincinnatis, are what I'm talking about size-wise. So we've grown about 300 kids every year, and again, that growth that 15 years ago that went on, again, is stabilized, and people are definitely coming here to be part of our schools. We really feel, you know, there's different ways to be rated. I just mentioned a couple. One, excuse me, with the report card is a state, you know, effort and assessment. The ACT and SATs are more nationally, how are you doing in the states and getting into college and so forth. But we recently just got back, we were part of a pilot with PISA. And what is PISA? It's the Program for International State Assessment, or Student Assessment, and it's worldwide. So when you hear about our kids aren't doing as well as China and Finland and all of that, well, you know what? That's not true anymore. And we became part of this. They were looking for 100 districts in the United States. Only 3 out of Ohio, and 2 of our high schools got the nod to be part of these. So what they did, the United States wanted to see where we were doing before the new PISA test and scores came out. So they did a pilot, and they looked at the 09 scores and compared those 100 districts. Well, I can tell you, in all categories, subject areas, we were in the top 10 of the world. That's Dublin City Schools. And I will tell you that the 2 high schools, Scioto and Jerome, were the ones that they let us, you know, participate in. They didn't pick Kaufman, just more of demographics, what they were looking for. But Scioto did very well, up as high as 7 and 8 in some of those areas. Jerome, first in every single category in the world. Think about that. No, there wasn't any school that was better than Jerome High School. Shanghai, Finland, all of those, China, Japan, were under where we were. So again, really, really proud of our kids and how they did.